Welcome to the Explainer. Today, we're tackling a really critical question. Is your AI telling the truth? As AI gets woven into pretty much everything we do, we absolutely have to get a handle on one of its biggest and sneakiest dangers, hallucinations.
All right, so here's our game plan. First, we're going to break down what the hallucination problem actually is. Then, we'll get into a practical guide for picking the right tool for the job. We'll check out the top 5 tools out there, do a little deep dive on one, and then wrap up with how to actually integrate all this stuff to build AI systems you can, trust.
Okay, first things first. Let's make sure we're all on the same page about what we're up against. Because the real danger with AI hallucinations isn't just that they're wrong, it's that they sound so darn convincing when they are.
And look, this isn't some theoretical question anymore, right? AI is everywhere now. It's powering customer support, it's writing critical medical summaries. So the answer to this question has some serious, real-world consequences. A lie from your AI isn't just a bug, it's a massive risk.
So what exactly is an AI hallucination? Well, here's the key takeaway. These aren't just random glitches or nonsense outputs. We're talking about perfectly constructed sentences that make total sense in context, but they're factually wrong, sometimes completely made up. And that's what makes them so tough to spot without the right tools. This diagram really nails the core issue. A developer can feed the model a perfectly good, totally valid input, but the model, which can often feel like a black box, might spit out an answer that looks and sounds 100% correct, but it's based on flawed logic or data that doesn't even exist. It's a confident falsehood.
And this problem is only getting bigger. I mean, think about it. By 2025, AI is going to be in production basically everywhere. So this has gone from being some quirky, niche technical problem to a major business and safety risk. If you don't catch these hallucinations, you could destroy user trust and cause some serious failures.
Okay, so we know it's a huge problem. Now, what in the world do we do about it? Well, it all starts with picking the right weapon for the fight. Not every detection tool is made the same, so you need a really clear framework to figure out which one is right for you. So before you even start looking at fancy product demos, you've got to ask yourself these 5 key questions. How accurate is it? How easily can I plug it into my existing systems? Can I actually see why things are going wrong? Can it handle our production load? And of course, does it help us stay compliant?
And what's great about a framework like this is that it turns those big ideas into a real practical checklist. So for accuracy, you're not just hoping it works, you're looking for hard metrics like a factuality score. For integration, you're measuring things like API latency. This gives you a solid data-driven way to compare your options. Okay, with our checklist ready, let's dive in and look at some of the heavy hitters in this space. 5 of the top tools that are helping teams get a handle on this hallucination problem. Now, one thing you've got to realize is that not all these tools are the same. They each come at the problem from a slightly different angle. Some are like a microscope. They give developers super deep observability to debug specific bits of code. Others are more like a control tower for the whole operation, built for enterprise-level monitoring of your system's health.
This chart is awesome because it lays it all out so clearly. You can see Maxim AI is really focused on that end-to-end evaluation, perfect for bigger companies. Arize AI is all about watching for performance drift. Comet is a powerhouse for R&D teams. And then you have LangSmith and LangFuse, which are super developer-focused, all about debugging. The whole key is matching the tool to what your team actually needs.
All right, that's the high-level view, but to really get a feel for this, let's zoom in a bit. Let's see what this looks like in the real world and how these features actually work to catch hallucinations. For our deep dive, we're going to look at Maxim AI. And the reason we're picking this one as an example is because it does a great job of bundling a bunch of these key functions into one platform, which makes it a really solid case study for what robust quality control can look like. See, the real magic here is how all these pieces fit together. It's using both rules and other models to automatically flag things that look fishy, but then, and this is the important part, it connects those errors back to the specific prompts that cause them, giving you this deep traceability so you can figure out the root cause. And this really brings us to a crucial philosophy here. A truly robust system doesn't just check the final answer. It builds these quality checks into the entire process, from the moment you design a prompt to when the model generates a response and even after a user interacts with it. Okay, so you've picked your tool, you're ready to go. But here's the thing. A tool is just a tool. The real win, the real value, comes from weaving it into how your team actually works every single day. What you're really trying to build here is a feedback loop. This isn't about one-and-done fixes. It's about creating a living system that is constantly on the lookout for issues, helps you evaluate them, and then feeds those learnings right back into making the AI better. It's a cycle of constant improvement.
And it really boils down to these 5 steps. You start evaluating way early in development so you catch problems before they ever see a user. Use observability not just to see that something broke, but to understand why. That data helps you write better prompts, you automate testing for those same mistakes in the future, and you just keep monitoring.
So let's tie all of this together. Because when you strip it all away, all of these tools, all of these workflows, all of these best practices, they're all pushing towards one single, incredibly important goal: building trust.
At the end of the day, this isn't just about catching technical bugs. This is the bedrock of responsible AI. It's how you protect your business, it's how you keep your users safe, and it's how you build the kind of confidence people need to actually rely on the systems you're creating.
And that leaves us with the big one, the question every single team with AI in production has to be asking themselves constantly. Because reliability isn't a box you check once, it's an ongoing commitment. And with the right tools and the right mindset, you can build AI that doesn't just work, but earns the trust it needs to truly make an impact.